Guys, great news this week. The CDC announced that fully vaccinated people no longer have to wear masks or socially distance, except if you go to most places. Anyway, have fun out there.
Starbucks.
Colin, that is so true, Starbucks.
It is.
Welcome back to CBS This Morning. Saturday Night Live, as you see, captured a lot of the confusion that a lot of us are feeling around the CDC's new guidance that people who are fully vaccinated against COVID, you can go out without your mask outdoors and indoors in most places. So at least 20 states have revised their mask mandates since the announcement on Thursday. Large retailers like Walmart and Trader Joe's say they will no longer require masks for fully vaccinated customers. But how do you know? But critics point out just over 37% of the U.S. population is fully vaccinated, which is less than half. Dr. Ashish Jha, he's dean of Brown University School of Public Health, joins us to sort it all out. Good morning to you, Dr. Jha.
Good morning, Gayle. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, we are so glad you're here because I don't think it's ever good when there's celebration and confusion. So help us understand the CDC's thinking here when you have more non-vaccinated people than vaccinated people to say that it's okay to take off your mask outdoors and indoors in some cases.
Yeah, so a couple of things, Gayle. I mean, first of all, I think what they're trying to do is encourage people to get vaccinated. Second, they are right that if you are fully vaccinated, it is safe to take off your mask. The problem, as you said, is a majority of Americans are not yet fully vaccinated, and retailers have no idea who is vaccinated and who's not. This is why I think it's wise to hold off on lifting mask mandates for a few more weeks. I've set June 15th as a deadline where I think a good chunk of Americans will be able to get vaccinated. And after that, we probably can go ahead and lift it. Not probably, we should go ahead and lift the mask mandates.
So many of us are so confused. I went to the Botanical Gardens, gorgeous place, which, as you know, is outside. And it was mask on, mask off. I did my thing about asking people again, how are you feeling? And we're all like, I don't know, so I'll just leave it on. I thought John Dickerson summed it up really beautifully over the weekend, where he said, you know, this barefaced delight is nice, but it's kind of like when you've been wearing braces for a long time and you take it off, your mouth feels funny. So do you think we just have to adjust to it? Is that what it is?
Definitely. I mean, I think there's definitely going to be an adjustment period. And let me be very clear. Outdoor mask mandates make zero sense at this point. So no outdoor place should be doing mask mandates.
Whether you're vaccinated
really,
or
we're just
not?
talking about indoor
Dr.
spaces.
Jha, whether you're vaccinated
Correct.
or not? Really?
I mean, obviously, it's much, much safer if you're vaccinated. But I think getting rid of outdoor mask mandates makes sense right now. So few infections happen in the outdoor space. So it's really about indoor settings, and it's really about the next few weeks.
So, Dr. Jha, I'm curious what you personally are doing. What are your mask rules for yourself right now?
Yeah, so, you know, I am obviously fully vaccinated.
Yeah.
I still wear a mask when I go to the grocery store. Why? Because in Massachusetts, people are getting vaccinated, but the bottom line is there's still people who are not fully vaccinated yet, and I want to give people time. So I think it's a good thing to do for a few more weeks. But, you know, when I have friends over who are fully vaccinated, I don't wear a mask. I've gotten rid of masks in a lot of places. I certainly don't want to wear one outside. But indoor grocery stores, that kind of place, I'm still doing it for a little bit longer.
Do you let non-vaccinated people come over to your house?
Haven't yet. They can sit in my backyard, but
because this is the thing, families are getting ready to go on vacation.
Yeah.
What do you do? Some family members are vaccinated, some are not. Do you think that that's a good idea?
Yeah. Yeah, well, let me be very clear. First of all, kids under 12 who can't get vaccinated, I treat differently. They just tend to have less risk, so I don't worry about them as much.
I'm talking about the adults.
Yeah. I don't think it's a good idea for unvaccinated people to be mixing with other unvaccinated people. So I would hold off on that, and I encourage people to just go ahead and get the shot.
At this point, how important do you think it is to keep a testing regimen going, given where we are?
You know, I think the Yankees actually taught us that there is a value to it, right? We saw that outbreak. Most of those people everybody was vaccinated. Most of them had very few symptoms. But I think having some sort of a testing regimen is helpful in helping us track what's happening. Are there breakthrough infections? How often do they occur? That's going to be important to follow.
But they were vaccinated and they still tested positive. That's not very comforting.
Yeah, you know, Gayle, as you know, these vaccines are terrific. They protect you from really severe illness, but they're not 100%. We are going to see some breakthrough infections.
Okay.
That does happen. It's tiny compared to being unvaccinated, much less risky, but we will see this every once in a while.
All right, Dr. Ashish Jha, always good to see you. Thank you, sir, for your time.